ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
You've clicked on the Weather Xtreme video. I'm ABC 3340 meteorologist Brian Peters with you, coming to you this morning from Mount Cheaha once again, and it's not quite as chilly this morning. Let's take a look at some Skycam images. We can see that we have, as opposed to a clear sky yesterday, we have a cloudy sky thanks to an MCC over in Arkansas that's spreading a lot of clouds over the southeastern United States. Here's a Demopolis. We can see we're getting a little bit of sun down there. And here's the view from my vantage point up at Mount Cheaha. We can see some sun there too, but we do have quite a bit of clouds. The frontal boundary is along and off the east coast of the United States, and we have a general high pressure over the southeastern U.S. However, we are also experiencing some MCCs, or mesoscale convective complexes. One of those is in Arkansas, and here's a look at the 500 millibar pattern, and we can see that large cloud mass. This is the water vapor imagery with the 500 millibar contours overlaid on it. And of course we have a large upper low over the eastern Great Lakes, making its influence felt across the eastern half of the country, and that puts us in northwesterly flow pattern, and that's good. Temperatures still cool across the northeastern United States from the Great Lakes over into New England, and certainly much warmer back in Texas and the southwestern U.S. Closer to home, we can see temperatures are on the order of about anywhere from about 5 to as much as maybe 10 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. Unfortunately, thanks to those clouds coming in and keeping things a little bit warmer this morning. Now, let's quickly look at the radar, and we can see that there's a large cluster. This is the regional radar over the southeastern U.S., the composite. We can see that large cluster of thunderstorms over primarily over Arkansas. Now let's turn to the tropics. Tropics are kind of heating up. The National Hurricane Center is noting two areas that have some concern. And here is the imagery of that, and the two are very close together. One about 1,200 miles to the east of the Windward Islands, the Leeward Islands, and another one a few hundred miles to the southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. So things are going to definitely be heating up with that as we head into the heart of hurricane season. Here is the QPF, and boy, what a change from yesterday. Almost no rain being forecast, and now look at this, as much as 6 inches, and that's thanks to this northwesterly flow pattern, and that will bring the possibility of some MCCs. And timing these little impulses is going to be really interesting, but I think our best chance is going to come probably on Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center outlooking a slight risk for the mid-Atlantic states up into New England and in the north-central United States, as well as watching the possibility for some damaging wind in the Arklatex area. On day 2, slight risk focused primarily on the north-central United States, and day 3 it stays there. But notice that we're also in a C-text area in the southeastern U.S. as well as in the vicinity of Iowa. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and this is the surface pattern for today, and there's at midday, and there's that mesoscale convective complex. Here's the 500 millibar pattern, and we see a couple of things. First, we've got a number of little disturbances that are moving through the flow. If you want rain, unfortunately, they're just a little too far to the west, but they may actually begin to influence us with some mesoscale convective features, some mesoscale features going on that actually help to enhance precipitation around the big mesoscale convective complex. But it looks like for Monday, the focus is going to be on Mississippi. Tuesday, the trough, the little short waves, one seems to sharpen up as it's coming through the Memphis area, and I think that will bring us the possibility of additional thunderstorm clusters on Tuesday. So I think right now it looks still like I said yesterday, it looks like maybe we'll see the best chance on Tuesday. That East Coast trough begins to sharpen up in response to another deep low up over the just north of the Great Lakes, and that should actually begin to push things a little further to the south and get us out of the pattern, although I don't think I could rule out the possibility of seeing some showers because of the timing of all of this. The trough becomes a little broader on Thursday, And with that, of course, we're going to see that showers are nearby. So once again, I don't think you could take showers completely out of the forecast. A new short wave begins to enter our picture here as we see a pretty strong short wave coming through the central U.S., and that's going to be responsible for another series of thunderstorms, perhaps another mesoscale convective complex in the flow. And that sharpens up pretty good on Saturday, and that could mean a fairly wet weekend for us. But of course, we're edging out into voodoo here. And then there's Sunday as the trough inches a little closer to us and continues to improve lift. And that means that we could see a pretty wet Sunday. And there's the 500 millibar trough on Monday. And of course, that still means pretty wet. Now, notice on this last image, notice what's entered the picture in the lower right corner there, and that is could be the next tropical storm. So we're going to be out into voodoo land. Now, Bill noted yesterday that the GFS was forecasting it to come across Florida and into the Gulf. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, that looks like that's changing. Of course, we expect to see this change a number of times, and there is the 500 millibar pattern for the 21st, on Thursday the 21st, and it looks like a Carolina storm now, and there's the surface pattern, and certainly pretty strong-looking storm. And if we want to follow that in voodoo land, there it is up over New England by the 23rd. So right now, at least, based on this series of model runs, it looks like it could be an East Coast storm. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. I think James will be back in the saddle tomorrow morning with the next Weather Xtreme video. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a great Sunday, and God bless.